Hello students, I'm Himani Sharma. I warmly welcome you all on our YouTube channel where we are going in this video to discuss about the UGC-NET exam pattern, what is the fees and what is the cutoff. So some of you all would be knowing that this particular examination is what is it held for and all, right? But what about the fee? What about the cutoff and what about the pattern? What is the basic pattern? What are the two papers that we know of? Some of you know of it, some of you don't. So we will be talking about the pattern in its entirety in this particular video and also giving a little bit more brief about the fees and cutoff which is required for a person to be eligible to apply for some kind of PhD, or so to say, if you want to go for the job of an assistant professor, so to say. So this particular exam pattern is set by NTA. Now NTA is what? NTA is the governing body which conducts this particular examination, which is known as UGC-NET. Correct? The examination supposedly happens in two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. The time duration for the same is 3 hours, so to say. So you will have to sit for the examination and the entire duration window for you would be 3 hours in which you'll have to complete the number of questions which are asked to you, right? So what is the number of questions? How many questions are asked? What is the weightage from each and every unit if we try to talk about paper 1, so to say? Let's just talk about it. So paper 1 and paper 2 both contain MCQs. MCQs, multiple choice questions, where out of the 4 options which are provided to you, only one would be correct. The types of questions, again, I will be showing you that what kinds of questions are asked in today's examination which is happening. So there is a total of 150 questions in both papers, and how the division of marks here is paper 1 comprises of 50 questions of 2 marks each. Paper 2, on the other hand, comprises of 100 questions of 2 marks each. Correct? So this particular paper happens for 3 hours. Already told you 150 questions are there. Paper 1 and paper 2 both are conducted in the single time span of 3 hours. There is no negative marking, which makes this a competitive examination a good one to be in, because of the fact that you are not afraid to lose marks here. You can be the person who is, choosing each and every answer to every question which is posed to you. Correct? So it is conducted in computer-based test mode, which means that whenever you will go to the examination center, which will be allotted to you, you will be provided with a separate computer system, each and every one of you, right? So let's just say if there are 20 students in an examination center, 20 computer systems will be allotted to each and every one of them. The questions will appear on the screen. You will have to move forward and backward time and again. And here the catch is that you all can go from and move from paper 1 to paper 2, so on and so forth. Vice versa, aisa nahi ki if you have started paper 1 or paper 2, first of all, then you will be moving forward. You will have to, you can, switch between both the papers, paper 1 and 2, right? The question paper is available in English and Hindi languages when it concerns paper 1, so to say, but the languages which are there, so let's just say if you are appearing for Hindi literature, the second paper would be the one which is based on your masters, correct? So for that masters and all, you will have to be the person, agar Hindi mein paper aa raha hai, the questions will be posed in Hindi only for paper 2. Paper 2 here comes as your subject specific area, where you will see that you are going to be the person who has done his or her masters in a particular subject. That person is going to appear for the same examination. So let's just say if I have done my masters in commerce, I will be appearing for the commerce UGC-NET examination. If I have done my masters in English literature, I will be appearing for the same examination. But here the thing is, you'll have to have minimum percentage of 55% marks without rounding them off. Secondly, for other categories such as SC, STs, OBC, transgenders, PWD and all, the minimum percentage is 50%, correct? Without rounding them off again. So that's the thing here. Prior to December 2018, the exam had two papers, each with a separate duration. So, paper 1 and paper 2, they were conducted in different shifts, first of all. Now, what they have done is, they have given us those 150 questions together after June 2019. It changed the pattern, requiring both papers to be completed in a single 3-hour duration window. So, you will have to go to the examination for only 3 hours, first of all, and be sitting solving those 150 questions which are appearing in front of you. Then, what is the exam mode? It's online, correct? And for paper 1 and paper 2, both these things happen in the CBT mode, computer based test mode. I already told you. Exam duration is 3 hours, that is equal to 180 minutes. Type of paper, paper 1 is common for all candidates. Now, what is the basic heading of paper 1? Paper 1 stands for teaching and research aptitude. All right. And paper 2 stands for what? Paper 2 stands for the subject specific area, your MA subject most of the times. Correct? So that's paper 2. Total questions for paper 1, 50. For paper 2, 100 questions, because they want to know your knowledge that you have gained in your particular subject of master. Types of questions, MCQs, 4 options with only 1 correct option. Same is the case with paper 2. Total marks, 50 questions multiplied by 2 is 100. 100 questions multiplied by 2 is 200. So the entire paper is of 300 marks, so to say. Correct? Marking scheme, +2 for correct answer, because one question carries 2 marks, right? And if you score, if you are giving wrong answers, no marks will be deducted, but of course, no negative marking will be done, of course, but you will get a 0 for the incorrect answer with both the papers. Language of paper, English and Hindi, but you know that excluding the language papers is the condition here. Now, these are the 10 units. I already told you the name of this particular unit is teaching and research aptitude. But it's not really limited to just teaching aptitude or research aptitude, but we have 10 units, so to say, under this paper 1 to judge our ability to see how far we can go with the PhD, right, with the teaching thing and all, correct? So, we have different units for the same. We have teaching aptitude, research aptitude, reading comprehension, communication, reasoning, which also includes mathematics, logical reasoning, data interpretation, where you will have to solve certain interpretation wala data which could be formulated in the form of a table, pie chart, graphs and all. Information and communication technology, ICT, people and environment, higher education system, governance, polity and administration. So, the questions which generally are asked from each unit, the number is 5. Most of the times it's 5 only. Sometimes the questions do vary. So, let's just say if they have asked 7 questions from here, they will ask 3 questions from research to balance out that particular weightage. But mostly the weightage here is 5 questions from each unit to give the unit an equal chance to stand out. But there has been some pattern which is shifted now, where we see that 1 or 2 questions are taken from or are extra from some other unit at times, correct? So, marks, again I told you, 2 marks for each and every question. So, 5 questions hain, to 10 marks honge, correct? So, 50 questions having 100 marks each. What are the types of questions now? We have MCQs, I get that, but 2 types of MCQs here we could briefly see. MCQs where you are supposed to choose a single answer, MCQs, where you have to choose multiple answers. So let's just say if you are provided with 4 options, they can ask you to pick the 2 options out of which, 4 of them में से जो 2 correct है उनको choose करने के लिए, they can ask you. True false type questions, again here you can be given a statement based question, which amongst them is true, which amongst them is false, and 4 options will be there. Statement 1 is true, statement 2 is true, both statement 1 and 2 are true, or both statement 1 and 2 are false. Okay? So you will be provided with 4 options only, but amongst the 2 statements you will have to choose which one is true, which one is false, which one is correct, which one is incorrect. Matching, selection, association type questions, where you are supposed to, there will be 2 lists, list 1 and list 2. So there will be A, B, C, D, right? A, B, C and D. Same would be the case here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 options will be provided to you where you will have to match the following basically. Assertion reason type, they will give you an assertion and reason for the same, where you will have to see if the assertion only stands out and the reason is not really going with that. So assertion is all right, assertion is true, but the reason is not the correct explanation, so on and so forth. So that's the assertion reason question, where you will have to use your critical thinking skills a little bit, because they want to judge you on that. Sequencing type questions, placing items into an ascending, descending or a particular sequence like A, B, C, then they will leave one thing as a blank there, then E, F, G. So the missing sequence here is D. This is the easiest example that I could give you to make you, have you guys have an understanding about what types of questions are asked. So numbering sequence ho gaya, alphabetical sequence ho gaya, missing letter, etc. They do ask questions like that. Paragraph followed by questions, basically comprehension, correct? Based on the subject, now how you are going to choose the subject for paper 2. The simple criteria is that whatever subject you have done your masters in, you will be appearing for that particular examination. Sometimes one thing happens is that there are certain allied subjects. So if you are from political science, you can also go and sit for the examination of public administration, so on and so forth. But again, that thing is reserved, like allied subjects are there. There is a list of allied subjects for which you can appear based on your masters. But majorly, whatever subjects students have chosen in their masters, they do appear for the same in the examination, correct? So 55% of marks in your master's subject, let's just say Punjabi, then you will be appearing for the NET examination in Punjabi. You've cleared it, so on and so forth. There are 83 available subjects. The accurate list is provided by the official NTA UGC-NET website. You can go and check it there. The candidate's postgrad field is the one which they should be choosing to appear for the examination of the NET, correct? So that's the case here. Fees for 2023, it has been for general category, they have to pay 1150, right? For EWS, OBC, 600. For SC, ST, PWD and transgender, the fee is 325. And the one thing that's important for each and every category is that whatever fee you pay for the application process, it's non-refundable, which means that you're not going to get that fee back, even if you think that you're not going to pay for the examination, so on and so forth, for whatever reason. The fee is non-refundable. And it keeps on changing and varying according to each and every year, correct? The fee. Cutoff, accessible whenever the examination happens, the result is out and all, the NTA NET examination website, it releases the official cut-off list where they provide the students with the minimum cut-off for each and every subject category for that particular year, right, who have cleared just the NET paper for the assistant professor part, and the students who have, had their percentile and all, that have the JRF category there, correct? So they release the list based on each and every year. The cutoff is different and it varies according to the subject, the number of students who have appeared, the number of students who have qualified, so on and so forth, right? So subject wise, cutoff is released each and every year. With this, I would like to take your leave, and I hope that these things have cleared your concept when it comes to realizing and knowing what is the pattern, what is the fees, and what is the cutoff for this competitive examination known as UGC-NET. I hope to see you all in the new video. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye-bye.